Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Technomancer with your host, Nighthawk. I was actually just got an upgrade to my skin. Pretty styling, I think. Have a new helmet, or new hat for my skin. Thanks to the Mindthon guys. And I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah. I like it. Anyway, we're here up in the main base area, and it seems to me like it's about time that we get ourselves a coke oven going. So we're going to start by doing that. There's our 26 coke oven bricks that we need. And I haven't decided exactly how this is going to get set up in the final layouts, but I think the temporary home for it is going to end up right under this bridge here. I think we're just going to go right over here and make a little bit of room, get ourselves a little bit of a platform that we're going to build here. And this seems like a decent place. I want to give it a little room from this little platform here, and probably one more space. We won't go all the way up to the top with this particular one. That's almost big enough right there for our machine, for our coke oven. So let's go ahead and put that. And we'll go ahead and we're just going to, actually, don't know what I just did. We're going to put this up one block, just so that we can put things under it if we choose to do so. We do need to take those out after all. And, oops. We're just going to build this little different way of... Who burn? Must be off the crucible. So there's our coke oven. So we got that. Now we need to give a little bit more walkway over here. And around it. There we go. Just like so. We'll do fine. I do want to get this where it's pretty much completely automated, but that's probably not going to happen today, just because the way that I want to get both the wood into it and the charcoal and creosote oil out of it are going to need, well, the wood especially is going to need this little bit of stuff that I'm working on here to actually be finished. So for the moment, we're going to just toss a stack of wood in, and we can manually move the wood back and forth, and it should last quite a while before we actually need to drain any of the creosote oil out of it. Some of the other stuff I've been working on between episodes here is I made a tunnel under the pathway here, and I want to change this for glass so you can see the tunnel. It's not all the way finished out to the tree farm yet, but that's one of the destinations. I don't know if I need to make this wider so that I can do junctions and things like that easier. I may be able to, since we've got Railcraft, to just use the switch tracks and just add a little bit of extra space. And right now this is a double-decker tunnel, so it will go out one direction and come back the other. And this actually ended up pretty close to where the cow farm currently is. And we're going to break into that staircase here real quick. Let's actually open this up all the way again. So here's our cows. And the other thing that I'm working on is related to the cows. You can see the sand there that actually connects to a tunnel that I'm working on going over to It actually goes under the hill that's connected to the wheat and carrot and potato farm. And I think I'm doing that because I think I want to move the cow farm and animal farms under that ridge for the time being. Just because that keeps the noise a little bit further away, and I think I want to use this space I want to clear this space out and use it for storage, and build a more complete storage and sorting system in here. So that's kind of the long-term plans I have in mind for this area. And what I think we want to do here is not use the pickaxe for this. That was actually not a great harvest since I took out half of it. Do I have... Nope, no earth. No dirt to put one more in there. And let's harvest up some of the wheat here. That way we can breed our cows and get some more stuff. Whoops. Didn't really mean to do the carrots, but oh well. Let's see. Just trying to think here. The other stuff that I want to do involves lots and lots of leather. You can see I also finished filling in the lower space for this so that you can actually move around without falling in the water. And let's turn this on. We do have plenty of wood and charcoal now. The tree farm over here, the little cart running around, is actually doing amazingly well. You can see we've got stacks on stacks of wood and saplings, and we can use some of the saplings to burn in the research table and things like that. Let's grab a stack of this charcoal and stick it in here. He's only set to carry 32 charcoal, so he's going to dump some of that back off. You watch the charcoal counter there, it just went up. He does end up getting some things backed up in the storage on occasion, but it does pretty well at keeping that emptied. The trees aren't really growing fast enough to keep his inventory filled most of the time, so that's working quite well. And you can see we've got tons of wood here, plenty of wood to do whatever we need to do, so that's a good thing. And looks like this should be about done planting. Almost. I still don't have a harvester for this yet, so I don't want to leave it turned on just wasting fuel. That will come at some point, I think. Just haven't had the resources to do that one quite yet. So the next thing I want to work on as soon as this is done is trying to clear out the areas underneath some of these for some of these spaces for things like the oh, what am I thinking of? For like the cow farm under the other little hillside there. Doing that by hand is a real pain. So we're going to see about that's appetite. I've got appetite in here. Move that real quick. We're going to see about building a better way to clear out the hillsides. So to do that, we're going to build a filler, and there's plenty of there's actually a lot of different ways that you can use a filler. It can actually make a pretty good mining tool if you choose to use it in that way. Whoops, no, that's not what I wanted. I want these. So I need landmarks. So I don't really plan on using it for mining in any large scale. I might use it for as a side effect for certain things, but I'm really looking for it more to clear space. And basically, the filler, it all depends on what recipes you give it as to what it will do. So let's take a look here. So we need 2 gold gears, we need dandelion yellow and some ink sacs and a couple of basic items here. So there's the gold to make our gears. And let's do this. There we go. We need the iron. We need to make some more sticks. There we go. Quit lighting the place on fire, you silly crucible. We need to make 2 gears. We need to make these into stone gears. And then iron gears. And then we turn them into gold gears. There we go. And now we need to make a crafting bench and a chest. And now we need 1 of these, 2 of these, and we should be good to go. So that gets our dandelion yellow. Put our ink sacs, 1 landmark, a crafting table, a chest, and 2 gold gears. Okay, there's our filler, and we've got the landmarks for it. Let's make a couple of levers here. That way we can turn landmarks on. And I think we also need to make some glass for the recipe that we need. I think the open space recipe on the filler uses glass. I might have to play with it a little bit to find the right pattern. Let's see. Next, we need... I've also started trying to get some of the pieces together for Mistcraft. So I have a linking book that comes in to this little area here, and I set up the writing desk with a notebook so that we can start collecting information. So that's just the very basic start. We got a lot of stuff to do, and the biggest thing that's holding me back is the leather right now. And I'm also working on researching the infernal furnace, which I still got 3 things obscured here. The next thing we need is an engine. We're going to continue going with the basic Stirling engine, so we need 2 more stone gears. Let's make those. Really wish I had a project table. This would be so much easier with a project table. So there's our stone gears. We need a piston. And I don't have iron or redstone. There's that. There's that. So iron, redstone, cobble, cobble. There's our piston. And glass. So glass. Like so. Our gears, and there's the piston. So now we've got our engine. Got the lever, we got charcoal. So we should be able to go start doing a setup for this. We'll just take this way down, because it's easier right now. Get out of there. You guys all come over here. Okay, let's open up this. And let's close this back up just so that they don't wander in while we're working. So I think I should be able to either, drag them down this hallway with wheat or otherwise get them back here fairly easy. And the idea is that we're going to open this space out. Get the pick. Now to do that, we need to get the corners of this. And I think I want this to... I want the floor to be at 50, I think. And I haven't figured out where the stairs up are going to be yet. Actually, let's take this down. Now, we'll do this part at 50, and then we'll set up the filler again to take it a little bit lower in the middle of the room. So we're going to put that there. We're going to put a lever by it so that we turn on these beams. And for height, I think I want the room to be 5 tall. So we'll turn on that beam. And the size that I'm going for here, there's not really any specific rhyme or reason to it. I'm more looking to basically fill out the entire area, or the majority of the area, under this little island. So I'm going to put, basically just going to dig out so that it's going to come up close to the edge. And that looks like a decent spot. So there's that beam. And now the last direction we need to go is out this way. And again, I'm just making it so that this goes most of the way out under the island. Doesn't have to be exact particularly. Oh, some copper. Some apatite. And you can hear the nether portal above. I should be low enough that the nether portal doesn't get affected in any way. This is still... this area is below the surface of the water, so there shouldn't be any way that this is going to affect the portals or anything else. Let's keep clearing this stuff out. And just about as far as I'd like to go. And then we'll just have to clear a little bit of area out behind this first point. That'll do. So you can see we got beams going out that direction. We should be good here. Food. And let's put a light in it down here real quick. Okay, now we're going to dig a space right here that we can put our filler in. So take the filler, we're going to put it right here. As you can see, we got our frame that just kind of goes through the walls here. Let's go pick up our landmarks real quick. And we'll get this thing cooking. Now, the one drawback to the filler is that it does just drop everything on the ground. So we have to, we'll probably have to just stick around this area and pick it up for, at least for this round. Turn that on, and it should be going somewhere. Now, I don't know where it actually starts at, so I don't know where to go to try and pick things up. But that looks like it should be a pretty good size for our cow farm. And what we'll do is this, we'll go down 2 more on this little inner ring here. And we'll set up some stairs going upwards and some different things like that. And we'll probably do a water fence in here as well, just to keep them from glitching into the walls. So that, so we don't have glitched cows, because we don't want that. Put the last of my torch supply in there, so that we don't have too many dark places. I have no idea where this thing is actually digging right now. Or even... oh, actually, it isn't digging at all because I didn't give it a recipe. Turn that off. Let's see. I think that will clear all of the space. I think. But again, I don't know where it's starting, so I don't know where to go look to make sure that it's working. It looks to be, looks like the frame is all in place, so it knows where its boundaries are. But I don't see any blocks anywhere. Oh, here we go. That's where it started, is back here. So it's not, we're going to run very fast with just that one little Stirling engine going, but it's probably going to do a much faster job of it than we would do by hand. We may have to cut our way into some of this area just to pick up all of this stuff. And there's our... there's yet another pick broken. Let's just run across here. Try and pick up some of this stuff anyway. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please take a moment to hit like and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. Just on a related note to that, I am super happy to announce that earlier this week I crossed the 400 subscriber mark, which is amazing. I am planning on doing a 500 subscriber special, so I don't have anything specifically planned yet. If you guys have ideas, I would love to hear them. So please let me know what you guys would like to see as a subscriber special, and I'll see what I can do to make that happen for you guys. With that note, yeah, I've been Nighthawk, and you've been watching Technomancer. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!